Yeah, hello, hello, hello. This is going to be the last live for this year. Um, I wanted to talk about a few things tonight. Well, the first things first. I don't know. Um, I don't know if I'm going to create another channel or not. Um, but I think there will be changes to the channel that I have now, and that will start next year. But as of creating another channel, I'm still thinking about that. But yeah, I mean it's up to all of you if y'all want me to create another channel. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. Um, the second topic I wanted to talk about is black femicide, and I uh, I did the story that was on it was on a Friday when I did that story about the a missing black woman right here in Orangeburg, South Carolina. I think they're still looking for her. Uh, is Black women have you you know have been gone missing left and right. You know, there have been people. Well, there have been stories where they have been found, and you know, and usually it winds up being a sad ending. And I believe that the red pill is also a part of the reason why there is an uptick in black femicide. I do believe that, and also I believe that I believe that also the and the and I'm going to go ahead and say this: the sometimes the cases of black women going missing or being found unalived, you know, there is always a pick me who also helped, you know, do the unaliving as well, and and it's legitimately messed up because because again, why would you help a man take another person's life? And that's legitimately messed up. I guess that's what the red pill mean about cooperation and submission, right? Even when even when that person is going to unalive his ex, or if he's running out of money, he will unalive a family member, or he will go after some stranger. And because there are stories about this out there, and it, and again, is it's messed up, but at the end of the day, you know there are stories out there. And then and and I'm going to say this too. Black women, do not compete for a man. Don't do it, because your life will be on the line. Your life will be on the line, big time, because because the girl that you're competing with will do anything, and I mean anything, to get with that man, even to the point where they will unalive you. Do not compete for a man. Don't do it. Because I've also seen stories where a woman and another woman is competing for this one guy, and all of a sudden the other woman had her life taken, and the other one is serving time. Do not compete for a man. Don't do it. It's not worth your life, and it's not worth you losing your freedom. It's not worth it. And number two, and you know, when and I think on Monday, um, there's another hearing in the Alicia Watts case, and hopefully, you know, they will set a trial date. But yeah, you know, um, but yeah, the black women that that are still missing, you know, I think their families deserve closure. I really do. Um, and yes, once again, I believe that black women who have been a victim of femicide should get justice. They should. Okay, and that, like I say, they should. Um, and on to the next topic, which is black women putting themselves first. Black women is nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with you putting yourself and your happiness first. Nothing wrong with that at all. And The only people who will have a problem with that are the men and the pygmies who will call you selfish and all that other stuff. Those are the ones who will have a problem with it. Again and again, putting yourself first, that means your happiness first. It There's nothing wrong with that. You got to stop giving in to the people who want you to do stuff for them while when they wouldn't do it for you. And that's the thing. Black women have been conditioned to do everything for the community, and what do they get in return? They get they get disrespected in return. So yeah, I agree. Black women, you have to put yourselves first. Give yourselves time to rest. Because again, because again, because again, black women, y'all deserve to have your time to yourselves, and yeah. Uh, on to the next topic. Black women, eh, give other races of men a chance. You know, of course, avoid the dusties and other races. Of course, avoid them. Because again, you know, character matters at the end. You know, and the character of that person should be it should be first and foremost. Alright, if he's a man of character and he is financially stable, okay. But just because the man has money, that doesn't mean that he won't abuse you or use you. That's the thing about it. And also, black women, you have to leave the black male worship behind. You have to leave that black male worship behind, and and put yourself first, which means, again, that means in your dating life, the media that you watch, the music that you listen to, you gotta put yourself first. And also, um, just because you're with a non-black man, that does, like, you have people saying, oh, they're only going to fetishize you and everything else. And that's not true. Do you have some out there that will fetishize you? Yes, but not all of them will. They get to know and have get to you have to get to know someone that's non-black and see what his intentions are. And don't just, go by what black men within the community says. Again, yes, it's important to vet that person, but you know, if he has a good heart and he likes you and he has good character, then do not pass him up. Do not let the pro blacks, get to you. Do not let them get to you. Because if that non-black man really loves you and, you know, he finds you attractive and everything, you gotta get the naysayers out your head. You you have to. And and also, again, like I said, watch out for the Dusties and other races. Um, and I also want to talk about another thing too, and this is and and I do think this will help as well. Um, if you hear any red pill talking points while you're on a date, if you hear any red pill talking points, that is the sign that you need to leave before it before it goes too far. And yeah, because all the red pill men wants to do is to make you into their wife slave. That's the only thing red pill men wants to do to you. If you and another red flag, if he if he says, you know, if he says, anything, well, anything that's red pill, that is a red flag, no doubt about. Um, and and also, you know, if you have family members that don't like it when you date outside of the black race, but they're okay with when it's your brother or your uncle or anyone else doing it, you have you have to ignore them. Alright? Your happiness is what comes first, not the black community's happiness. Okay? But yeah, there are men of character out here. You have white men, Asian men, you have Hispanic men. Pretty much, you have men of you have men of character out here, and what I realized is, is that God will send you um he will send you, you know that person when the time is right. And when you see that person, and this whole race thing has to stop, because there are also good men in other races as well. That has to stop. This whole race thing, it has to stop. God sends you who you need, not who you want. I agree. I agree. Um, yeah. But it's like, and also when it comes down to it, there's going to be men out there who will be compatible with you, and then there's those who won't be. And because the way that's happening now, the I guess what I'm saying is, you have you have people, who are in who are in marriages who are miserable because they chose the wrong person, because they went on ahead and decided, to either listen to the red pill or anyone, or listen to their family members and everything, all because um and it's all because you know they do not want you to think for yourself. You have to prepare yourself for the receiving of the blessings of a point. That is true. Omaha, Nebraska. But yeah, what and also, I keep hearing on red I keep hearing, on the clips of Red Pill podcast, talking about, you know, God ain't going to give you a husband and all that other stuff. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The red pill is full of degenerate men who are not godlike, because listen to Anton Daniels and all them. They don't even preach the word of God when they're talking about marriage. They're not spreading the gospel, and neither did Kevin Samuels. He never spread the gospel. Only people who are easily manipulated believe that he did. Not once did I hear God by in his messages, but I did hear him, going after church women and everything else. Here's the thing. A woman who has self-respect are not going to listen to red to the red pill. They're not. They are going to let God lead the way, or the person that she's looking for is going to come. That person is going to come her way. The main problem is the red pillars are easy, well, I would say their talking points is easy to put in the brains of women. So, the woman goes ahead and rush to get a man and everything. Then the abuse starts to happen. Then it, not only the verbal abuse, but mental and physical abuse as well. Then then it gets to the point where she had enough, and then that is when the unaliving starts to happen. These red pill men, they 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 are going to be the death of black women yet. And I also want to say this for the black women who um who trust in God and the right person, you know, came your way. That right there speaks and says that God that God um well, I'm gonna say this: when you put your trust and your faith in Him, you will receive what you're looking for. These red pill dudes, they can claim they know the book, but they don't really know it. They don't, because all they do is preach. Oh, a woman should be submissive to her man, but they forgot the other part of it. They forgot the other part of it, which is which is the husband needs to, you know. Well, everyone already knows the other verse to it, so, but yet they forget about it. They for, they want to humble women with the Bible, but what they are showing is that they are not men of God. They're not. If they believe that they should cheat because they're men, in reality, that's not a godly man at all. If they believe that, and on the real, think about it. There is also another verse that talks about worshiping of false idols. I mean, um how long have women been worshiping black men? I would say decades, maybe for ages or something. Black women, I'm going to tell y'all this. If you're calling a black man king and everything, yeah, you're to tell you the truth, you're worshiping a black man. It is what it is. I mean, you're calling a man a king, but in the Bible it says that God is against people who are worshiping false idols. And I understand black women were brainwashed into doing that. I understand completely. Daily in a relationship, you can do three things. One, tear down. Two, remain. Have none. Must rebuild it. And the thing of it is, you have black women who stay in marriages that they're not happy in, and then this is where black femicide comes in. Most of the black women who lost their lives have lost it, in a domestic violence situation. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? And again, you have black men. You still have black men who, because here's the thing, black women have been supporting black men for years, and and again they get cheated on and everything else. It doesn't matter if they cook, clean, and do everything that the black man says. At the end of the day, the black men are going to do what they want to do, but then want to cry when the woman wants a divorce, or they will go ahead and want to go ahead and unalive the woman. And and on the real, I'm getting sick and tired of it. I really am. And these the pick-me's that, you know, trying to get black women to stay in those situations, they're not helping either. They are also part of the problem. Hey China, how you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, yeah, but yeah, and if a father is disrespectful to his daughter and her mom, she is more likely to allow herself and children be disrespected in her own relationship. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that is true as well. Um, and also when and that's the thing, so it's because you have black women who grow up you know in households where the father is disrespectful to the mother, and the mother takes it because it's all about keeping the black family together. But but here's another thing. What happens when the daughter when her daughter grows up and gets into a relationship, and the husband is disrespectful to her and the children? And that's the issue. That's the issue that the red pillars do not want to talk about. But whenever the women talk about it, it's always gaslighting that happens. They would do any and everything to gaslight the woman that have been abused. History will repeat itself. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. Yep. History will repeat itself. And Rome's review says if a father is disrespectful to his daughter and her mom, she is more likely to allow herself and children to be disrespected in her own relationship. That is true. And that's why I say black women have to put themselves first. You know, put their happiness first. You know, if a black woman has a letter, and she did well in school, and she has a letter, you know, to any college, then I think the woman should go for it. I think she should, because at the end of the day, if there is an opportunity to leave the situation that you're in, you have to take that opportunity. You have to take it. Fathers disrespect their sons by exhibiting bad behaviors toward his mom and sister and teach their sons how to be a type of man in his it, and that is true too. That is definitely true. And the main thing is it and here's the thing. I'm seeing the interracial relationships on on YouTube and TikTok, and they're in happy relationships. I see black women with white men on there. I've seen black women with Asian men. I think I saw a few with Hispanic men, and I think I think and just men of different races, and it's like they they I mean, notice that they're not being disrespected. Notice that. Notice they're not being disrespected. And I've seen black women in relationships with black men who do have good character and who don't listen to the red pill BS. Those videos are out there. Controversial Shannon is married to a black woman, and he doesn't disrespect his wife. I never heard him disrespect his wife near time. Never heard him do that. And here's the thing. It's like it's like they want to be free to disrespect, the woman. Here's the thing: the red pillars, they want to be free to disrespect women. You know, they feel like, oh, we're logical and everything, but when a woman comes with facts, all of a sudden they want to turn around and they want to gaslight the woman. And the main problem is this: low self-esteem of women will go on these podcasts. They will go on the red pill podcasts, and they will be degraded because, and I think this goes back to Rome's reviews comment about if the father is disrespectful to his daughter and her mom. Think of I want y'all to think. I want black women. I want you to think about this. Think about it. Why doesn't the black community want you to date outside of your race? Think about it. There are good Latin men out here who have good character. There are white men out here who have good character. There are also good Asian and Indian men who have good character. Think about it. I want y'all to think about it. You really think about why why don't the people within the community want you to date out? Think about, why don't the pick-me's of the black community want to see you date out? Why why the pick-me's don't want you to wake up other women and show them what a good relationship is? And also think about this too. Why do they go after non-black men who show respect and who say that they love black women? Think about it. It's all a manipulation tactic at the end of the day. At this point, I feel like they do not care about your happiness at all. They really don't. Because again, every time a black woman is on the line, when it's a black man that did that, they're not going to say nothing about it. Or if they do say something about it, they go and join in with the red pill, with black men who are red pill, and they will blame the victim. But when it's a white man, when it's an Asian man, when it's an Indian man, guess what? They go out the woodworks to install fear inside of your mind and have you thinking every non every non-black person thinks this way. It's called divide and conquer. Have a blessed evening, everyone. You too, Rome. But yeah, like I'm what I'm saying is, black women, you have to put yourself first. If you're in a if you're in a situation where your father is disrespecting you and your mom, and you see a way out, or your mom sees a way out, then take it. You have to take it. It's not worth you, just staying in a relationship that is legitimately toxic for you and your daughter, or for you and your mother. It really isn't. It's not worth it, because history will always repeat itself. There is no way around it. Yeah, there are black men out here who don't listen to the red pill, you know, that treat their wives good. You know, they are out there. But here's the thing, they are outnumbered by the ones who listen to the red pill. And I'm a black man who has good character, but I would say, black women, put your faith in the God. You know, don't don't try to go out here and rush to get married because again, it only it only takes one time for you to be disrespected, and you have a kid with that person, and that kid watch watches you being disrespected. It only takes that one time for a relationship to go from just verbal abuse and mental abuse to straight to, you wanting to leave that relationship and he is going to try and take your life. And you never know, the man that you're looking for could be working now at Walmart. He could be a man with money, and he may have good character. It also he also could be, you know, he also could be, after college that you go to, or he could be, or when you're exercising, he could be, at the gym. He could be um, an entrepreneur, just helping out the community and stuff. Do not rush into a marriage. Don't do it. Don't do it. Black women have lost their lives because they wanted to get married. And, there are those who are in bad marriages because they listened to the red pill. And with that, I'm go ahead and here. Um, I want to say it's been an honor to lend my support to black women over the years. And with that, this will be my final live stream for this year. I will be live streaming again on February 1st. And I would have my Rumble, um, I will have my Rumble account up. Um, so, that way afterwards we can go, and if anyone is a wrestling fan, we can go and watch a wrestling show over there. But yeah, black women, mm, black women, it's time to put yourselves first. Put put your happiness first before others. And if you I know y'all I know there are black women out there who want to be married, but do not rush to get married because that's what the red pill wants you to do. Rush to get married, and then that's when they will trap you. That's when they will trap you in a loveless marriage. A man of character will always outdo a red pill guy. And that's the truth that none of these red pillars will tell you. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for coming to this live stream. Um, Make sure to like, comment, share this live stream, and don't forget to subscribe to and also subscribe to the channel, and make sure you're notified whenever I go live or do videos. Again, black women, you have to put yourself first. There are good men in all races, but also remember to vet, because you do not want to end up with a man from another race who is a dusty. Hi, anti-ableism. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for coming, and until next time, take well, I would say until next year, take care of one another, and also if you have friends and family and all of them um, who are listening, make sure to share this video with them, because again, it has great information in it, and you know, hope and you know, hopefully we can stop the brainwashing of the red pill dudes. Hopefully we can. One, uh, one like, one share of the video, and we can start on brainwashing the black women out here who thinks that the red pill is right. I mean, we're not going to. I know I can't save them all, but if I can save enough, then I know that I did a good job. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for coming, and this is me signing off, wishing everyone a good night, and until next year, love, peace, and happiness, and have a good night, everyone.